afternoon, everybody. You've had, over the past hour or two, you've had a nice overview of the different divisions at DTRA, what they contribute, the focus areas, program areas. My presentation's a little bit different. My division, instead of being the science and technology managers, program managers, I have a bunch of scientists, and they're working in the labs, in the different DoD labs, contributing to research to these program areas, often working in the same areas that you described. They're working in labs such as CCDC, CBC, MRI-CD, RID, all the ones you're familiar with. I'm going to describe some of this to you. I should probably move it ahead. I'm talking about the stuff that is already on the slides. Here we go. The mission of this division is broad. It covers a whole bunch of research areas. Firstly, serving as the research component of DTRA. I mentioned that to you already. The people are working in the labs, generating data, presenting at this meeting. You'll see many of them presenting here. Another benefit of this is it increases the communication. We now have DTRA people in the labs that are working with the people side by side, seeing the problems seeing the problems interacting with DTRA, and I know there are some problems sometimes, almost never. Another focus on this is to recruit and mentor young talent. What's meant by this, as we all know, a lot of the DoD labs, the people in there are retiring. We're losing a lot of the background, a lot of the scientific capability with those retirements, and we have to fill these in, but we're challenged often by things like job freezes, a job market that at the moment is challenging. Industry is paying a lot more than the government. It's harder to get people in. You have to find people that want to work with the government, work in these areas, contribute to this research component. So we focus on that. We hire in people for that, either in, we have term positions, 2 to 4 years that we bring people in, or we run the NRC postdoc program. We contribute people through there. This is an old vision of DTRA's, but it fits quite well with what I always try to say. Create, collaborate, communicate. Our Center of Excellence tries to execute this by creating opportunities, collaborating with the labs, and increasing communication. And that communication is important. Another special about us is we are separate from the Lorton, Virginia group. We are, as you know, just south of DC, Lorton, Virginia, the DTRA main headquarters. We're located up at Aberdeen Proving Grounds. You see us up in Hartford County, about 2.5 hours away. Those of you know rush hour traffic in the DC, Baltimore area, that can be up to 5 hours away. We're centered up there, right up the road from MRI-CD, CBC. We're in one of the JPEO buildings, so the whole idea of being in the center of all the activity going on, it holds very true there. We're right up the road. We can talk with the people very easily. We see them at the subway down the road. We'll see them at some of the local meetings. Specifically, we are in the Edgewood area. So the southern Edgewood area is down here, separated by the Bush River. There's the big part of the Army post up in northern. So we access to all the capabilities throughout there. Remember, the IPG is the oldest active proving ground, started in 1917. So we're located right around, some of you recognize this as the building we're in. We are essentially a small DTRA building. We have all the capabilities. We have a direct line to DTRA. The DTRA people come in, they can plug in their computers, talk directly with DTRA. Controlled access. We have SNet, access just like conference room, internet, and DTRA VTC. We can get the VTC into the DTRA meetings. So it's a wonderful capability. We're still a part of DTRA, but separated, a part of the APG community also. Offices, cubicles, and everything. We are located the second floor right up here. This is a conference room. That's my office, conference room going around the corner. So we take up about maybe a fifth of the building. Air Force non-medical takes up some of it. JPEO sensors takes up a large portion of it. So again, overlapping with a lot of the CB research that's going on in the area. As I mentioned, we present the opportunity for the next generation of scientists to work in the various DoD labs, some of the ones we work in. I mentioned CCDC, CBC, MRI-CD. We actually have some people over in Frederick, Maryland also. So we're still talking Maryland, but west of us. Again, the opportunity for the close relationships. This is key. We are in the labs, we're talking with them, also talking with DTRA. It gives a whole view, a better view, and the idea is once you get engaged in all of this, the labs often want to pick you up. They want to hire you after you're finished with us, whether it's through the term positions as a DTRA employee or through the NRC postdoc program. So visibility gives our people the opportunity to be seen as part of this research component, as part of this research effort. And finally, the communication, both within CB research and within the advanced developer. We have JPEO right up the road. A lot of the projects that we work on feed directly into the advanced development. So you get to see both sides of it, as well as the science and technology management side of DTRA. So just to give you a flavor of what we're talking about, the positions that we hire into, toxicologists, chemists, microbiologists, we do chemical engineers. It runs the gambit. Anything you can see that is used in the CB world, we have hired in as some of the projects, stem cells, neurotoxicity. This stem cell side feeds into the organs on a chip work that we talked about earlier. RNA viruses, sequencing and identifying feeds into the stuff that Rich Shotsky was talking about. And again, when I say feeds in, often they're working on projects that are funded through these. So, decon, contract transfer of liquids, some of the aerosol stuff, sequence analysis, all these ring because they are the same type of projects that we've talked about already here, the focus of this Chem-Bio defense program. So, offering the opportunity to work in these areas. A couple of other things. I've focused mainly on what the people in my group do. When you spread it out, we're part of the CBRNE team at APG, involved in a lot of their activities on post. We coordinate the DTRA and NRC postdoc program. What this means, some of you may be familiar with the NRC postdoc program. Many of the Chem-Bio labs, RID, ICD, bring people in through this program. We also support a number of people through this program and have placed people at a variety of labs, including those. So just another way, instead of hiring them directly into our division, we run this postdoc program. We can bring additional people in to work in the Chem-Bio area, get to know it, and find out if that's what you want to do with your career or not. A lot of people have made a long career of it. Smart Scholar program. This is something DTRA has supported in the past. Put a person through college, and then they owe through grad school, and they owe the government X number of years based on the number of years it took you to get through school. Another one, you get college paid for, and you have a job afterwards. So great deal, something that DTRA offers. And also, you may have seen the STEM portion in our division title. We help support STEM for a variety of efforts. Mentors and a STEM activity that goes on at APG. There's also a program called JSTI, Joint Science and Technology Institute, that's run every summer, where we bring in high school students and middle school students in for a 2-week two-week exposure to microbiology. We do Raspberry Pi. They can do a little bit of programming. They do robotics. Just a way of stemming the getting people excited, getting the kids interested, getting them into the science and technology side of things. So we all work along those lines. Finally, just to summarize, that's what we do. Build this strong relationships with the DoD labs, work with the scientists, increase communication and mentor the next division of DoD scientists, and represent DTRA in the CB community. It's a different location. Instead of down in Virginia, we're up in the middle of it, talking with the people, getting involved. So part of this is a pitch because I hire people fairly regularly. There's turnover, people go and they move on into the other labs. So those of you in the position in undergrad, grad school that are interested in going further, this is one opportunity for you. This is one way to get into the government, to get to see what's involved in it, to get involved in CB research. So keep that in mind, pass along the word. If you look on this, the Chem-Bio, the S&T conference app, my contact information is public. The email is there. So any further questions, absolutely reach out to me. Very interested to talk with you. All right, that finishes up everything for today. I believe Carl is going to join. There he is. He's going to give us one more time. Thank you very much, everybody.